4080. Industry rule number 4080. Record company people are shady. Industry rule number 4080. Record company people are shady.
Who originally recorded Rap House Not Home? Pop Quiz Hot Shot. Dionne Warwick.
Did she? Interesting. Learn something new every day.
Even when the... Watch him. He's too damn quiet. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
He even tells us to fix the mic or nothing.
Nothing. You got my angles? Don't have me looking crazy, Lou.
What's going on? He likes us to do this. He used to say, push the mic down and lift it up. Remember last time he was talking for like 10 minutes. Then he said, oh, by the way, I'm recording. It's crazy. Crazy in the streets.
Only 3 minutes.
See?
Mess.
He's a mess. He's a mess. He's a mess.
These are good. What flavor is these?
Arctic strawberry.
These are really good.
That's what I'm trying to say. Crack. Ola. Ooh, crack. I just aged myself. Meth. Oh, man. All right.
Stop.
You right. She's got a pose on it, everything. She ain't changed a thing. She ain't things. All right, everybody. We're back. Industry rule number 4080, where qualitative content counts. My name is Tally, and returning for her second visit because she just assumed she was going to come back. Masta Killa.
What's up, people?
AKA. Oh, what's my car call you? KA Tire.
K.A. Taya. I don't even know. Like how
Her mama named her Katiya, though.
She definitely
Her
did.
mama named her Katiya. How are you?
I'm here.
You're here? You're functioning?
I'm functioning.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did a good job with the hair.
Thank you, sir.
You know, just FYI.com. She does things. The hair thing is a exercise. Like, it's a thing. It's a world of its own. Like, she'll this could absolutely be jet black.
In the colder months, and full disclosure, I got in my retainer. So if you see like a lisp or something, that's why teeth started shifting. So I got to like put it in. So I'm talking a little crazy.
How about that one?
It's because I'm trying to get back accustomed to wearing my retainer.
Just let that go, huh?
Just let it go.
Just let that one out there, huh? Retainer time.
I mean, I have a lisp in general, a little slight one.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I've never caught that.
I do because I used to suck my thumb as a kid.
Okay, so we're doing more of the just giving it up.
Yeah, it's no big thing.
Give it up, turn it loose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nobody. Give me nothing.
How are you doing?
It's been a hard knock life. Yeah. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's been that type of 2022 so far.
So life has been lifing for you as well.
Life is like growing a life, putting it on top of life, and then stomping down the block saying, how fucking dare you, I am life.
Yowzers.
That's kind of how it's been right now. I had an incident today where I walked down the street and my phone rang, and I reached down to answer my phone, and I walked past this guy who was walking his son or his relative across the street, and we got very close to each other. So we nicked each other as we bumped, and I said, excuse me. And he rebutted. He's like, don't you see me walking with my son? I said, excuse me. Don't you see me walking with my son? I said, that's 2. You see me walking with my son? I said, that's 3. How many times are we going to say it? And he said, what's your problem? And I said, it's really going to be your problem in 2 seconds, because I really would hate have to put myself in the position to be in a viral video embarrassing you in front of your child. That's how much life has been lifing. And what happened, which was making it even interesting, the kid looked up at his father like,
relax.
Like, he's like that, dad, that guy is not stupid. Like, people don't talk like that to you. not that he, I mean, not that he was a, stocky dude. He's ready to go for it. But the combination of the conversation combined with the energy of like, you really, how about you be a good father,
Right, right.
rather than being an embarrassed half street dude type of thing. So that's how my day started.
Hmm.
That's how my day started, and then you know, yeah.
Now here we are.
Now here we are. Here we are. We did a good job today. Remember last time you didn't like how I dressed? You was like, I didn't give you the memo.
Because
You look like you're going to join Queen Latifah in the episode The Equalizer and go rob a bank or something.
not with these kids.
I know.
Right. So you definitely look like you auditioned for the role next to her in Equalizer to do something.
I originally was gonna put on something else, still with sneakers, but I was probably gonna wear a Nike tech suit like yours.
Mm-hmm.
Fridays are for sweatsuits,
Fridays are
especially
for
in this weather.
sweatsuits. See? Master Killer.
In the flesh.
Uh, what was I gonna say? How's your car?
Car is good. You know what I think? When I got the car, because I'm usually the person that likes to be chauffeured. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Had a license for about 15 years, didn't do anything with it. Decided, okay, enough with the Ubers. Spending between $300 and $500 a week was like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get a car. That particular car has served its purpose for me.
Okay.
So now I'm ready to get rid of it and get something else.
Are you serious?
Hmm.
The car's not even a year old.
It will be.
And that makes it too damn old, huh?
I just want something else.
Bougie.
You want something else?
Fake fancy is what one of my friends used to call me.
But
Fake
$300
fancy.
to $500 on an Uber a week.
That's what you were doing?
Yeah.
I prefer to be chauffeured.
Yeah, but you know what stopped that? My
Now
boyfriend.
my car is 1 year old and they gotta go.
My boyfriend. I had asked him to take me somewhere. And he said, he's like, why don't you just take a Uber? I was like, I'm sorry?
Mm-hmm.
When you're home? So
Sure.
from that particular day, I was just like, you know what? Let me just go and do something for myself.
That is actually funny.
Yeah. I think he told me no. In a nice way, he told me no, and
Alright,
it
say
did not
something.
sit well with me.
So watch this. This is gonna be funny. So when ode to Kevin Samuels, right? You have to
I'm
say,
sorry?
you have to now say something nice about Ken because your I'm sorry was really a little bit teeny bit
Aggressive.
little aggressive, little baby emasculating. So you have to now say something nice about Ken. Go.
My boyfriend is probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
All right. So this is why Master Killer's here. You see how she ate that, understood that, and responded accordingly? Put 9 other women in the room. I'm still arguing with them about why they have to do this. Still arguing why I have to do this.
There was a little,
Little,
drop of shade.
you said- there was some energy there.
Yeah.
I caught the energy. That's why I said say something nice. Little energy. Because your excuse me came with a face and a reaction.
Oh, I meant it because that was the exact reaction that I had gave him. It really was. And it was from that day and that point forward, and I was like, wait a minute, why are you really not driving? What is your reason for not having a vehicle?
Okay.
And I still like being chauffeured, but I enjoy driving.
How about just driven around? Why you gotta use the word chauffeur? That's what takes it to that level.
I mean, isn't it the same thing?
But-
Because let me tell you something. If I ever got rich, I'm definitely gonna have a driver. That's just my thing. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think I might not buy the cars. I'll just say, you just drive me in this one.
I mean, it could be like Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have a fleet of cars,
No, I
but
think
they don't drive.
But what do you need the fleet of cars for?
Because they are collectors of expensive cars. So they don't have like
Okay, so it's
Denali's and stuff parked. They have like $2 million vehicles.
okay. So this is like comic book collecting on steroids. I want the first edition of Spider Man. No, 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 son. We have the first edition of the Spider. That's what we do around here, son. Okay, just for clarity. Okay, get right or get out.
No, I think
That type of
I would
thing.
definitely like
Yo, what do you think? Like,
Suffer.
what do you think? Like, Blue Ivy, the other kids are doing like right now in that environment. Like, do you think they run through the? Do you think they're running in the spider and like playing in the car? What do you think that? What do you think is happening right there?
Mm.
Do you think they have like a? Do you think they have like a Japanese tutor that teaches them Mandarin as well as educating them?
I think that Blue has all of that. I think she lives a very privileged life because look who her parents are.
Do you think
I
that
think we fully embrace that she's the star of the family.
okay?
Yeah.
Bigger than the both of
You
them.
think Jay says after this we going down to the soup kitchen and you gonna feed some homeless people just to have some
Definitely
focus?
not. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No, but I don't. I think that I'm sure that he probably teaches her about the other side of life as well. She'll never experience it, but I'm sure it's grounded her. I don't really think Beyonce can relate to the same things that Jay-Z has because she pretty much grew up privileged. She grew up in the
That's true. That's true.
she grew up in the suburbs of Houston in a $500,000 house. So she doesn't really know about struggling. Her idea of struggling is what
It's cold outside.
yeah, like she can't relate.
New York
Yeah,
in February. What the hell?
She
That's
she can't
Beyonce, right?
relate. Whereas Jay-Z, he knows what poverty feels like.
Right.
Beyonce does not.
You think Jay-Z has shown Beyonce a vial of crack?
No. No, but I think he's told her about it, about that whole lifestyle. Absolutely. They've been together long enough. I'm sure they've had those conversations.
Do you think Jay-Z has shown Beyonce how to tie up $100 bills in rubber bands?
No.
And then looked at her and went like this and go racks on racks on racks. Do you think?
Nah.
Do you think
No.
Jay-Z has done that? You think Beyonce may have asked him how to tie up $100 bills in rubber bands, with her saying, "I need to be connected to the street. Tell me some street shit."
Now that I can believe because when she's performing and she's with him, she's like a different person.
She does have a level of negrosity that comes out of her, right?
Yeah,
Level of
she
negrosity.
wants you to see a different side of her when she's around him, when she's with him.
Do you think Jay-Z has taught Beyonce and Blue Ivy how to play CeeLo? And they play in the house against one of their walls.
With the basket.
Yes.
No.
With the Basquiat photo up top.
Maybe Beyonce. Yeah.
I think Blue Ivy knows how to play CeeLo.
You think so?
I think when he comes here and he goes to the 40/40 club, he takes her upstairs
That would be wild.
and he says, "Go get him."
that would
Ding, ding.
that would be wild. But yeah, Beyonce.
But that does sound something what Jay would do though, right? Like she would have a hidden skill. She knows how to play CeeLo.
with Beyonce, yes.
Like she has a hidden skill. She knows how to play dice.
I could believe that.
The girls know how to play dice. Daddy! He'd be like, "Let's go."
Definitely not doing that with his kids. I don't see that.
I see that.
I don't.
I think there is an element, and this is a good conversation. I think there's an element of what she brings to him organically, culturally. She embraces from him streetwise and embraces that as well too, just so she could say she can do it.
It's possible. It's possible.
Just so that when Jay-Z goes to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right, and Tata and Jay Brown and all the the associates goes that way. She gave him say, "Who wants to play?" And she just pulls him out and be like, "Let's go." And be like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Maybe when they're on vacation together on their yacht and they have all of their friends, I could see some of that taking place, excluding his kids. But adult time, yeah, I can see them doing that.
Okay. You like that one when I said you think they play dice? Okay. What do you think she's taught him? I think she might have impressed him the very first time, when she drank with him, and he was like, God damn, you shit.
I think they complement. They've both been an asset to one another.
No, but I'm giving you a different angle. Think about, and I'm not paralleling, but I am paralleling. Think about your relationship. Okay, there are things that you came with that he didn't know, things that he came with that you didn't know, and y'all discovered them while being with each other. So, what do you think that Jay discovered being with Beyonce? Do you think he discovered his love for art through Beyonce?
No.
That's something they did together on some bougie upscale shit.
Yeah, rich people shit.
So what did she teach him? You think he, like, for example, ready to laugh your ass off? You think she taught him how to swim?
No, actually, he said he wanted to learn how to swim because the thought of his daughter drowning scared him if he couldn't go in to save her.
Rapper talk, but yes.
I mean, he learned like 10 years ago. That would probably be me, but I'm not interested in learning how to swim at all.
Okay. Again, this one here, full disclosure, Master Killer today. We're giving it up.
Not interested. Because that's a fear that I can't get over.
Fear of what?
Swimming.
Swimming or fear of water?
Fear of water. Like,
Fear of being in water.
I do get in the water, but
Because you wash your ass.
yeah, but I mean, like, I get in the pool, I go to the beach, but you know, I keep it very limited because there's a fear there. When you almost drown,
You almost drowned?
Sorry.
As an adult?
as a teenager, and I never got over that.
You know they say you can drown in a tablespoon of water.
You can drown in anything if you don't know how to swim.
Can you drown in peanut butter?
I mean, I can't.
Oh boy. Serious question, Katiya. You missed me a little bit? You missed me. Now don't start that shit. Okay.
It's been a minute, so yeah.
All right, good.
It's been a minute. Life.
Let's go back to relationships.
Okay.
How important? Okay, so this is a lesson that I learned, and I'm still learning, is that you have to meet people at their comfort zones.
Okay.
Like the key to a relationship having a significant connection is comfort zones. And what that means is that the key to the comfort zone is compromise. I'm not saying one person go all the way to the left to the right, but compromise. So I'll ask you a question to start the compromise conversation.
Okay.
If I recall, your boyfriend's a big sports fan.
That's putting it lightly.
Okay, he's a sports fanatic. Would you say that?
Fanatic.
Okay. Excuse me.
If there was a rock throwing contest and it was a sport, my boyfriend would be in tune.
And God forbid LeBron's in it. Okay, here we go. Did your boyfriend watch the NFL draft?
Yes.
Okay, perfect example. Okay, the NFL draft for a female, there's not a damn thing there for you. Nothing. You have no idea who the players are coming out of school. You didn't watch them in college. If you remember them vaguely, right? That type of thing. So from a level of compromise, if you want to spend time with him, you're with him on the couch or in the room while he's watching the NFL draft.
Yes.
Okay, that's a compromise. Okay, that's a comfort zone for him. He's very comfortable there, and you're meeting that comfort zone. Okay,
Yes.
so what are you doing in this room besides your phone? Everybody knows the phone. Besides your phone, while he's watching the NFL draft, doing something he loves to do. Some chef who says, "I get it, but it ain't my thing."
So my boyfriend is because he's so heavily invested in sports and he knows I'm not as invested as he is. He will tell me about certain players, so I'll pay attention. Like, I will watch college football with him so that when the draft comes on, I'm like, oh shit, that's so and so. Like, he likes stuff like that. I don't do it all the time, but I do watch it. I am intrigued. I watched the draft because I wanted to watch it actually.
My style is you have to fucking keep going now. You can't just say that and act like that's a blanket statement the world's gonna understand. Half the women are like, "What the fuck did you do?
There's a lot of women that watch sports though.
Keep going. Good. Protect them.
That's the period.
Protect them. Did you watch them because you watched it because you wondered who's going to get drafted by your team, or did you watch it because wait, okay, here I forgot this. I learned this too. Okay, looking right in the camera. Yeah, women watch the draft because their horny asses look at these men too.
Oh, not me.
See
I'm
how
not
big
interested.
they are, how strong they are, if their butts is tight. I've seen that happen too. Okay, so then
That's probably the last thing that I'm thinking about when I watch it.
First thing you think about.
I want to see who my team is going to get, even though they're terrible.
You a Jets fan?
Worse, I'm a Giants fan.
No, that's okay. The Giants have legacy.
Mhm.
They've won a Super Bowl in the past 20 years.
These New York
The
teams
Jets
in
haven't won a Super
sports
Bowl
are
in over
not
half
handling
a
us right.
century. The Jets haven't won a Super Bowl in over half a century. People were born and died Jets fans.
Yikes!
And the Jets even make the
It's an
playoffs.
accurate statement, but yikes.
Okay,
Um.
you at least know who Eli Manning is.
Oh yeah, come on. Who
There you
doesn't
go.
know
And
who
y'all
he
won. And y'all
is?
won two Super Bowls with him. So you're not in bad shape. You're in good shape. How come the Giants don't have like a visible logo besides the word Giant?
Oh, that's a question that's way above my tax bracket, so I have no idea.
Okay, so who the Giants draft? Do you know they drafted?
They didn't. I do remember. I'm gonna have to come back to it.
Okay, that's gonna hit you in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So the answer to the question is that to meet his comfort zone, you sit there and you watch and you engage and you let him educate you and you are there for all of whatever that is and represents.
Right.
That's your meeting his comfort zone.
Right.
Not that you wouldn't watch it on yourself by yourself, but you knew that that Thursday it was a thing for him. It was an
Right.
event for him. So you're there, you're present, you're involved. What does he do for you that meets your comfort zone?
Oh, he watches some of my reality shows with me, like, and he gets fully invested, which I find hilarious.
Okay, I have to ask his permission if it's okay to keep doing
It's
this because
it's
he might be in his feelings like
no, he
this show's
doesn't care.
it's enough
I
tonight.
find it hilarious. Like, we'll watch.
Look at her face change.
I like Real Housewives of New Jersey, so he will get fully invested with that show.
Isn't Tiki Ball right now? Because
Okay.
he's from Jersey. Or he's in
I don't
his
like
girlfriend
him.
from Jersey.
I don't like him.
Okay, she's
So
all in today.
yeah, I don't like him. I don't like his wife. I just think, well, I don't like his wife for personal reasons
You know
because
her?
no, let me rephrase that. I don't like her because of how she got with him. Because if people remember the story, he was married to someone and she was about 8 months pregnant. And somehow this woman just appeared in the picture. But she gets on the show and she's like, "Oh, it's people have this misconception that I got with him when he was married." But then she says, "Oh, they were separated. They were getting a divorce." That really bugs me out when people say that.
You don't like that rollover?
No, because if you are legally married,
Uh oh.
you're married. So you can't say you didn't get with him. Wait, I saw your face. What happened? You didn't like that response?
What's the word estranged doesn't work doesn't exist in this day and age?
Um, if you're gonna be estranged and you don't plan on getting back with the person,
Hmm.
then finalize it.
Okay, well if it takes time to finalize, what
Are you a billionaire? Because why would it take so long for you to
because you
finalize a
could have been
divorce?
estranged pre-COVID, and the courts are closed. And it took a year, 2 years for the court to open back up. And you met somebody on Bumble, and the person likes you a lot, and you want to hang out with the person now. But you got to wait for the goddamn court to open back up. Ain't your goddamn fault.
And the person on Bumble is pressuring you?
Right. That can happen.
I mean, it can.
Matter of fact,
I'm
I
just
promise you it
giving.
has happened.
I'm just giving
It has.
my thoughts on it because I don't believe that she was being honest. She was just trying to save face for national TV.
Okay, so you're killing her. I'm sorry. I went in a different direction.
Her
I got it.
and for me, circumstance permitting, people in general, like, I have an issue with that. Like, I don't really like the idea of how
See my face? Like,
Kanye and Kim are going about this whole thing. Like, we get it. You're legally separated. That might be a little bit different because she's taking the steps to not be married to him at all.
okay, so so that point I can embrace. Okay. So what you're saying is that if you're legally married and you have not taken a legal step to separate.
Why are you gallivanting in the streets with
Okay,
someone
so
else?
we're on the same page.
So,
I have an issue with that.
so
Uh-oh.
let's say
Mm-hmm.
you're married,
Yes.
you're gonna break up, like you separate from your husband.
Mm-hmm.
COVID happens, right? 2+ years of isolation, but you meet somebody and you happen to like them.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying I'm not gonna invest any time in that person
I mean, if you're going
until I
to
can go
do
back
that,
outside?
if you're going to do that, I think that you should make that known to the person. And that's where it gets a little tricky because I don't feel like people are honest. Like if you're going through a divorce or you're saying that I'm separated from my partner or whatever the situation is, you need to tell that person that. I don't agree with people walking around and just acting like they're not married, they don't have a partner, because it's kind of like the whole baby mother, baby father syndrome. Oh, we're not married, but you're still living in the same house, or y'all are still sleeping with one another periodically, because in essence that's still your spouse.
So I think
And the plot of Mad Nigga
the
Okay.
so I'm not disagreeing with that point. I'm just saying that the other side of it is all right. This is a gradual statement. So everybody wants to have their equal rights or their equal feelings, whatever they believe in, but yet they don't want to have it equally across the board when it comes to when it can be across the board. Okay, so for example, women want and this is not a criticism. I'm not here to debate it. Okay, so women want equal rights, they want equal pay. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but then when the man says you pay for dinner, you can't say why you're not paying for dinner.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not saying he shouldn't. You still should be gallant. You still should court. Okay, but when the phrase comes up, it shouldn't sound Japanese to you.
What women are these that don't
I,
want to
I'm
pay
not,
for
no.
things?
I'm not saying no. No, no.
movie.
Okay, that's a completely different argument. I'm just saying that in
Just
general. I'm just saying in general, uh, it's not equal. That's all I'm basically saying. Okay, I'll give a better example. Okay, when Black China said she had a gun on the dresser and said I was just playing with Rob Kardashian, we say, oh, funny ass Black China. Rob Kardashian says I had a gun on the dresser and I was playing with Black China. He's going to jail.
I didn't find what she said to be funny at all.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, but that's the double standard things not being equal. That's the point that I'm making. Okay, bringing it back to the issue about as far as what people are saying and not saying in their personal situations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, once these women are 21 years old, they tend to have kids. And they tend to have baby daddies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then they'll get mad at the guy. He says you're married. Watch this statement out loud. Okay, if I'm married and I don't have kids with the woman and I'm not with her, and I'm saying I'm not with her, there's a less chance outside of you just not trusting the man of the woman that has a baby daddy that's putting his butt in court and making him pay money. That's gonna be around him 10 times more than you ever would be to be an issue. But women don't see that at all. They just say, he's my baby daddy, we ain't seeing each other no more. And we have to trust that they're gonna do the right thing. But they have so much more access for, and God forbid, the babies too. This guy's in my life for 16 years. And I gotta deal with you with the back and forth with the Christmas and the holidays, what we can and what we can't do, when I can and when I can't see you, because he has to be looped in. If I get the job of a lifetime and want to move to Michigan, you can't because you can't leave the kid without the state without dealing with him. All that stuff's in play, but men deal with that every day and twice on Sunday. But yet, when the man is saying I'm separated from my girlfriend or we're estranged, oh I don't believe in that. Well, what the hell? Help me out here a little bit.
I mean, well, those are my views.
Samuels.
I mean, there are plenty of people who don't agree with me. Those are just my views, my thoughts.
All right, young man.
And you cracked the door open to a very heavy topic, but then you didn't want to fully open the door.
Open the door.
I didn't make the statement.
I don't know what the statement you're talking about. So educate me. Grow me up.
You said something about I guess the whole situation with the woman that has kids and them not being able to do certain things because they're still basically revolving their whole life around their child or their children's father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's. I mean, I'm not a parent, so I don't know. That just seems a little far fetched. But I could be wrong.
Now you wrong. Let me say that. Let me say that outright. Just laying the plane right there.
But why? Why is that wrong? Why is that a wrong statement?
Because that shit happens all the time.
All the time?
Yes.
Yes, common enough for it to be the plot of bad nigger movies.
Again, I'll say a little bit differently. I'm not saying that it happens 10 times or 20 all the time. What I'm saying is that it is a common denominator that if you're going to deal with the woman and she has a child and she's responsible and she's on her A game, whether she's getting out, whether she's getting child support or not, okay, there is an involvement with the baby father that's inevitable. That's a significant part that's going to be in your situation moving forward. And you, as the guy, have to make a decision. I choose to deal with her and her child and what comes with the baby father. Whereas when the man says, I'm separated from my wife or my girlfriend or my baby mother, okay, the woman says, I don't want no parts of that. You gotta go work that out. That's not fair. I don't believe you. Now, I get the moral aspect of it because within the whole thought process of men being dogs, they swing it when they swing it. So the woman's saying, I don't want to deal with that because
Exactly.
you could be doing this, you could be doing that, okay? But in this, okay, here we go.
And they usually are.
Okay,
doing
all right,
this
so
and
here we go.
doing
So,
that.
okay, watch this. And I agree with you. Okay, but in this thoughtdom world, okay, and this social media world we're in right now, the women are not immune. They're just as bad. All right, and I'll give an example that plays into it. Okay, and this is something that guys know about. You might not know about, but Lou's gonna speak to this. Okay, if you're just an observer of looking at beauty, and you go on Instagram, you look at attractive girls, right? How many of these girls are traveling all around the world, taking photos left and right, left and right, left and right? Well, who's taking these pictures? Who's paying for these trips? This ain't them because they ain't working.
It's their sponsor.
Okay, who's it? Say it again.
It's their sponsor.
You're walking into my point again. That's no different than whoring yourself out.
All right. All right.
But that's acceptable. So I'm going back to the things not being equal. Okay, because if a guy was doing that, he'd be like, go get a damn job. Why you got a woman taking for it? That whole type of thing. I'm just getting back to the point of how it's a little bit unfair. A little unfair. Okay? But this is why you're here, Katiya. We can have these conversations.
I'm gonna ponder on that topic and come back
And
with
you're going to
something.
come back with a different hairdo,
With
some
a-
shoes
I'm-
on,
I'm gonna no. I probably won't wear the shoes. I probably won't wear
sandals.
The shoes. Yeah, probably by the next time I'll have
Sandals.
on sandals.
There you go. We'll take it from there.